This is what life's about. It's full of ups and downs, growing through fears and doubt, cause that's just something I can't live without. Free your mind, take your time, cause you're more than safe here. Be yourself, embrace you. Look inside, there's a power you can't hide. Ignite the flame within you.
Hey little flames, welcome back to my channel. For those of you who are new, my name is Kimmy. Welcome. I would love for you to hit that subscribe button and join the journey. Here we are all about self-love, positivity, growth, and learning about our higher self in order to be better each and every day. Speaking of, I have my juice here. I've been into juicing lately. This is like beet, cilantro, berries, ginger, turmeric, a whole bunch of good stuff. So if you're into that, cheers to you guys. If not, that's okay too. We all have our own loves and likes in life. So today I really wanted to have a conversation about identity. Who are you? Who are we? And why we do the things that we do, whether that be habits or things that we've learned from our childhood. We're going to talk about it all today because it's just something that I think is important on your self-love journey. Going back to the root and really starting there in order to be able to figure out who we are and what our purpose is in life and what we love and what we don't like. All of it starts from the root, which really is our childhood for a lot of us. The things that we were taught, things that we were exposed to, what we are around, traumas, incidents, all of it. So we're gonna get into that today. Before I do so, make sure you guys give this video a thumbs up, comment down below, say hello, spread some good vibes today, and let's get into it. I am a huge lover of journals. I have so many different journals for different reasons, different things, and I have kind of, I wouldn't say a script, but yesterday I was just thinking about it and writing down ideas that were on my mind. You know, I thought about it the other day, and since childhood, we have all been programmed to know what is taught to us. That often by the time we go out into the real world or on our own, whether that be college beforehand or not, we often get lost or caught up in the world and people and things that are not serving us or our purpose because we really don't know who we are to the core. Our beliefs outside of a view other than our own, because our whole lives we get taught by our parents, we get taught by teachers what to believe, it's just, I feel like it's all programmed, whether it be consciously or unconsciously, by who you hang out with and what you talk about, what you listen to. It all goes hand in hand. That's kind of the base of it, is that a lot of us, we go out into the real world and we have a struggle, or we just have a hard time figuring out ourselves along the way. And I believe it's because our whole lives we have really just been programmed to do, think, feel, act as we've been taught, right? And it really takes an extra effort and work to be able to say, you know what, I think I want to figure out who I am without any outside influence, without anybody saying you shouldn't like that or you shouldn't do that, or whatever the case may be. You really have to remove yourself from that world within your mind to be able to be like, I'm gonna step back and really figure out who I am when I cancel out all the noise up here, and everything that I've been taught, and really just sit and ask myself, like, is that something I believe? Is that something I really live by? Also, as you get older, your views start to change. You experience life, you go through different things, and your views on certain things start to change, and that's also okay. You know, we're not made to go through this life to work so hard only to stay the same. Like, that doesn't even make any sense if you really think about it. We should constantly be changing and constantly evolving, and in order to do so, you have to start by looking within, by really observing what it is that you've been taught, how you've been taught, or how you just go about your daily life. What are your habits? What do you read or listen to or watch or absorb on a daily basis? You know, it's all a part of it, especially when we're younger, like, because kids are so mean, especially these days. Like, kids just get meaner and meaner and younger, right? And it's like, where do they learn that from? They learn it somewhere. We have to learn to teach self-awareness and kindness from a younger age, especially with social media. I didn't really grow up as a young child with social media. I really didn't get into social media until I was like in high school, when Instagram was really popping off. And I think that was the beginning, especially for me, of a mental journey to really do the work and not allow what people show on social media to make you feel like you're any lesser than on your journey. We're all on a different journey of life at different times. We're not supposed to be living the same life, doing the same things, experiencing the same moments. It's not meant to be like that. Life is meant for you to individually enjoy your own journey at whatever pace that may be. Just because someone else is supposedly off living their best life doesn't mean that they really are. And I think that's a huge thing with social media and our younger generation not understanding that it's all for entertainment, to get your attention and to keep it. And how do you do that? You do that by showing people the good parts of your life. We hardly ever talk about the bad parts of our life on social media because, quite honestly, people don't care about that. People care about the good. They want to see the luxury bottles pop in, the mansions, the cars, but it's so much deeper than that. And a lot of times people out here that are showing that life are really not living that life. So that brings me back to asking yourself if what you do and what you say and the things that you are about, if they really align with who you are to the core. It's something you really have to sit back and think about. Or do they just align with you because you were taught that way? At some point in your life, it's okay to be your own person and to live your life on your terms. If that means doing things outside of the box or the untraditional way, then do so. I know that it's often hard because sometimes we don't get accepted by family or people around us. They think our dreams are silly or it'll never happen. You know what? It's okay for people to think that way because the only person who knows what you're capable of is you. And the only person that can stop you from reaching anything that people may think is impossible is you. People can continue to say this and that, but at the end of the day, people are always projecting their fears onto you. People say you can't do that or this because they don't feel like they would be able to do it, so then they're like, oh, you can't do that. Don't ever doubt yourself. Your dreams, you can even double that. You're capable of doing more than you even dreamed of. Just know that viewing life through your own eyes, I feel like, is our purpose in life. When we start doing that is when we start truly walking in our purpose, in our path, in our light. When we start to realize that this life is not about other people and judgment of other people or comparing to other people. This life is about me, myself, and I. At the end of the day, whenever our last moments are, it's just gonna be us and the man above. That's it. It's gonna be me and God when I go. So I just want to make sure that I'm living my life to my truest and happiest and fullest potential within my own means. Not because anybody else says this is what you should do, or not because anybody else thinks certain things are success. You have to determine and decide what success is to you and then go for it. Everybody's definition of success is so different. And just because someone's vision of success doesn't look like yours doesn't mean that that's not success. And that's often the mental game that we play, right? Not only with ourselves, but just in life in general, is that it's up to you, for you to determine and to decide for yourself. No one can ever tell you anything about yourself because no one ever truly knows you like you know you. I've gone through stuff alone that I've never shared with anybody, but that I'm stronger because, or losses that I went through that I had to double down and really hustle. And I never told anybody, never cried about it. I just did it. I made a way for myself because that's the only way. It's just very important. Always remember that you are the only person that can decide who you are and who you're gonna be. But everybody else has to think or say is truly just a reflection of themselves. That's a whole nother deep conversation, but just understand that at the end of the day, No one can ever really talk about you or tell your story for you because they have never been you. And that's just the simplicity of it. They've never been there. They've never done it in your shoes, through your experiences, from where you came from. There's just no way. So don't ever let anybody make you feel any type of way about yourself because you're in full control over that. Don't let people get in your head. People are mean, but that's just because they're hurting and that's their way of making themselves feel better. Don't trick yourself out of your spot, ultimately. Don't trick yourself out of your spot because there is enough room for everybody in this game of life. There is enough money out there for everybody to have a piece of the pie. And you have to unapologetically just live your life on your terms. If it makes you better, then do it. Whatever the case may be, we should never stop learning and surrounding ourselves with positive people, good vibes, things that make us feel good, because in turn, that'll create a good environment and a good life around you. If what you are thinking about and constantly watching and comparing yourself to, it doesn't make you feel good, right? Like, it makes you feel like I'm not doing enough, I'm behind, I'm not on the same level, you know, I am... Whatever the case may be, all of that is negative talk within your mind. So it creates a negative feeling, a negative environment, a negative attitude, and then everything around you in turn is just not fun and not pleasant. It's a bad vibe. When we fill up our lives and leave ourselves no room to reflect, these distractions become our default. We'll say like going out to the club, right? If you just continuously are doing it and filling up your life with that, you're leaving no room to reflect on what you're doing. And so that distraction becomes your default. Then it just becomes something you want to do and you're doing every day, and you're getting, like I said in the beginning of the video, caught up in that life, and you're getting caught up in things that may seem fun or whatever, but it's really keeping you at a standstill. You're not progressing forward in life. You know, you don't have to be perfect. You just have to make progress. One step in a better direction towards your vision can literally change your whole destination. And I really want you to consider that every single day when you wake up, because from the moment you wake up, you decide what direction your day is gonna go. Whether you believe it or not, you do. I'm so happy to be able to have my channel in a space to be able to have these conversations and to shed light on the process, on the journey, and just to be able to invite you to come along on the journey with me. So before we go today, I'm going to do my affirmation and my mantra with you. My life is a masterpiece, arranged one piece at a time, a poem I can read only line by line. And my mantra: be your own kind of beautiful. Love what makes you different and be who you are. Trust your intuition and hear and speak your inner truth. Know your values, live mindfully, let go of things that steal your joy, and do what makes you happy. Never compare, because we are all beautiful in our own special way. Appreciate and be grateful for what you have, and you'll always have enough. This is the key to true peace and happiness. Be your own kind of beautiful. I feel like these always end on the perfect thing that just aligns with our message. Be your own kind of beautiful. You are beautiful. You are unique. I hope you guys got inspired some way, somehow today. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up. Comment down below. Spread some positive vibes. Let's continue the conversation. Create a community that is loving, open, and aware. I hope you guys ignite the flame within you today and every day. Give a smile, give a hug, and all that you do, make sure you show some love. See you guys next time.
This is what life's about. It's full of ups and downs, growing through fears and doubt, 'cause that's just something I can't live without.